Hi everyone, this is Silas Ram, AsianCultureVulture.com. I'm with the wonderful Sanya Malhotra, one of the rising stars in Bollywood. Welcome, Sanya.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How
Great.
are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Great to see you in London. Fantastic to be able to speak to you, one of the upcoming stars in the
Thank
Indian
you so
film
much.
industry.
You're very kind.
Tell us a little bit about how you became an actress, because it's very difficult to break into Bollywood, and I think people are really interested in this. Someone like yourself who did their first movie with Aamir Khan, Dangal, massive hit. How did you manage that?
The journey till Dangal was, I would say, it was a smooth, but it also had some rough patches.
Right.
I was born and brought up in Delhi. I did my graduation and I took part in this dance reality show. So I used to dance professionally in Delhi. I was a ballet teacher, I was learning ballet, Russian Vaganova. I was also a teacher in school, I was a dance teacher in a school. And I always wanted to become an actor, and dance, since in Delhi there's nothing, like you have dance and you have theatre and you don't have Bollywood there. So I thought that I'll get into dancing and I'll take part in a dance reality show, और शायद वहाँ से some director will see my performance and he'll be like, इसको तो मैं अपनी movie में लूँगा. So that was my game plan. That didn't work out.
Okay, you didn't get spotted on the...
No, but I was a part of a dance reality show. I didn't get through. I was in top 100 and I didn't clear the auditions. I was in Bombay for the auditions and I told my father that I want to stay here for 15-20 days. I want to see how it happens, where these actors go and audition, and that's what I did, and my father was really supportive. So for 1 year I did a couple of ads. I did modeling and stuff, and Dangal was actually my first audition for a movie.
Wow.
And I think I was really lucky enough that
it was just a normal audition process?
Yes, in fact I was, for the first time I was really positive about something. Like you have that doubts in your mind when you're auditioning. So I auditioned for Dangal and I was so positive about it. I came back and I was like, I'm in it.
Wow.
But then I didn't get a call back for almost a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
And I was at that time, I was reading about it. A lot of people were writing that Kangna might do it. I was like, okay, Kangna. And at that time, I was auditioning for Geeta's character. And I thought, okay, fine, Kangna will play Geeta, I'll play Babita. That's okay. I was that positive about being in that movie. But
did you know a lot about the film before you
auditioned? So we had an idea that it's an Aamir Khan film and it's a biopic on Geeta and Babita. It's inspired by their story. So all that I had an idea about. But I'm glad that I got a call back in a month's time. I remember I was in Delhi, and when I got a call back, I was so excited. They told me that you've been shortlisted and Aamir Khan wants to meet you. And I was like, okay, shortlisted means there might be like 5 or 6 girls. That's okay. That's not like so difficult.
Okay.
And I came back to Bombay and I saw there were like 30 girls who were shortlisted. Like, nahi. And it was a month-long procedure. An intense audition process. We wrestled. We did wrestling. We did weight training. So they had to see whether we could actually deal with that kind of a physical training or not. But yeah, it changed my life.
And yeah, of course. Did you find it very challenging being your first movie and you hadn't really done any acting before?
It was majorly. It was actually it was physically challenging as well, because wrestling is a very tough sport, and we used to wrestle for 3 hours in the morning and then 2 hours of weight training in the evening. For the first 1 or 2 months, we used to be in. It used to be very, very tough for us mentally and physically. Obviously, it was our first movie, so we had this pressure on us that we have to perform really well. We have to prove ourselves as actors, and it's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that you get. And especially when you have like no contacts in the industry, you know that you have just one film to prove yourself. So we both had that in mind, and it was like we have to do our best jobs. And
you do fantastic. The film was such a big, massive hit. Did you have expectations after you'd finished? Were you happy with your performance and everything?
I'm never happy with my work. I remember I saw Dangal and I told Aamir sir that the film is good, but I don't like myself in it. So he was really kind. I remember he wrote me a long letter, long message on WhatsApp, explaining it to me why my character is important, what he liked in the character. It was very motivating. But I never like what I do. And in fact, recently when I was shooting for Shakuntala Devi, I have decided that I will not watch my work.
Oh, really?
Because then I'd get like really harsh on myself. Like I really beat myself up if I make a mistake. Ye kaise kar diya?
So after Dangal, what was the process for your second movie? Did you feel that you were in a position to choose? Was it?
Yes, actually I'm glad, because not a lot of new actors get a film like Dangal, that kind of a platform, what we got, and that really opened up a lot of opportunities for us. I picked photograph after Dangal. In fact, I got a call from Ritesh himself, and he saw Dangal, and after I think 24th, 25th December, I remember the date, he called me and he said that he has a script, he had photograph, he was writing photograph, and I absolutely love the lunchbox. As you said, obviously you prefer lunchbox more than photograph, you told me.
As you said, this is quite a different, photograph's quite a different film, and it must have been a very spare script, so did that appeal to you in the sense that you could instill the character with your own personality?
Yes, in fact, Miloni playing her on screen really changed me personally.
मुश्किल से तो एक लड़की मिली है। हाँ ये बताओ कि तुम दोनों कैसे मिले?
फिर जब मैंने वो अपनी फोटो देखी तो मुझे लगा कि कोई और ही है, मुझसे ज़्यादा खुश लग रही थी।
I think it was, I realized that I'm very much like her, and it took me a lot of time to get her out of my system. It changed my attitude towards a lot of things. It made me an introvert, and it's still with me, but working with Ritesh and Nawaz, it was a great learning experience for me.
You want to work with directors like Ritesh who bring something different.
Yeah, and amazing. It's so good to work with him. He's a fantastic director to work with.
Did you get a lot of people saying this is not, it's not a Bollywood film, it's very arty, it's very, kind of has a very independent sensibility? What about your Bollywood career, did they?
No, a lot of people, in fact, so it came out, it's doing pretty good on OTT.
Yeah.
And it's a film where you need a lot of patience to watch photograph. You need a lot of concentration to watch that kind of a cinema, and if you get that relationship, you will like it. A lot of people, my family loved it.
Right.
They were comparing it to old movies or old Bollywood movies, and that's like a real relationship that is being, I don't know, it's just I like it, and a lot of people who are watching it on Amazon now, they're liking it too.
How do you choose movies? Do you like it being narrated to you? Do you like a personal connection with the director or one of the lead actors?
It totally depends.
Right.
So if I'm getting a narration, I listen to it from an audience point of view. I try at least, like if I'm reading, I usually like to read the script.
You like to read the script?
So that I can imagine my own thing, and if I can imagine myself in that character or in that character's shoes, and obviously the director, actor, production house, all these factors you have to keep in mind when you decide you want to do a film.
So how is it being a young woman navigating Bollywood? We've had the whole Me Too thing two years ago, and there's still a lot of controversy around that time and that period, and a lot of production companies are taking care of young actresses a lot better. Do you feel things have changed a lot and have improved in the right way?
Yes, and I'm so glad that people are actually listening to those stories, and people are coming out and telling what they've been through. It's a very hard thing to come out and talk about something like that. I'm glad that people are ready to listen to it, and they're ready to work on it as well. And we have to, it's high time that we should have a safe environment for everyone to work with, and I'm glad that things are changing now in Bollywood. People are talking about it. People are like doing something about it. I'm great. I'm part of it.
And future projects, what are you doing?
I am working on this movie. Anurag Basu is directing it. It's an anthology. So there's Rajkumar Rao, Fatima, Sana
Right,
Sheikh,
fantastic.
Abhishek Bachchan.
Wow.
I'm with Aditya Roy Kapoor. So and it's releasing in Feb 2020.
And what's the film about?
It's an
can you
anthology.
say?
I cannot like talk about it
Huh?
right now, but it's an
Okay, you can't,
anthology.
right, okay. And then looking ahead, are you interested in international work? Would you be,
Maybe.
because obviously Photograph put you in a slightly different,
I
it's
like to
much-
go with the flow.
Right.
Like I don't
You don't
make
have
plans.
a set plan.
No, not at all. I don't
Take
do
it
it.
as it-
I used to do it, but now I don't. Like I
don't,
like to just. I'm happy with what I'm doing right now.
Okay, and you've relocated. Are you in Mumbai now?
Yes.
Yes, right.
I
okay.
am.
Good. Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you,
time.
thanks a lot.
Thank you.